No matter what you think about Insomniac's Venom, we can all unanimously agree that Tony Todd was the absolute freaking best. But anyways, welcome back, true believers and all you spectacular Spidey fans out there, to another very exciting Marvel games related video. And yeah, while I know that I may sound like a total broken record at this point, unless anyone over at Insomniac, Marvel, or PlayStation flat out officially debunks the notion of any type of AAA standalone Venom game being in development, then I for one still thoroughly believe within this game's existence. And granted, while we have heard some recent rumors from some very reliable gaming industry insiders claiming that we may just end up seeing another PlayStation State of Play sometime later this month in September, which could go on to reveal some brand new gameplay footage of the next official game that Insomniac is currently working on with the highly anticipated Marvel's Wolverine. But based on some brand new information from another gaming industry insider, it sounds like that this rumored Venom game is much farther along within its development than we initially thought, and that it may be only a matter of time until we hear more from it soon. So if you're obviously someone like me who is beyond hyped at the possibility of receiving a fully AAA standalone Venom game, then definitely be sure to thwip that like button and subscribe to the channel for even more Marvel Games videos like this down the line. So right off the bat, I do have to make abundantly clear that unlike some of the other sources I've used within my previous videos, primarily with the likes of the much more well-known gaming industry insiders like that of Jeff Grubb and Tom Henderson, I for one am not too well known with this particular source. Just to be completely clear is to make sure that you take everything from this source with a grain of salt. But as this article goes on to unveil, is that Insomniac's Venom spin-off development is almost completed, where Insomniac has done an incredible job with the Spider-Man franchise. In the latest installment, fans were thrilled by the introduction of Venom, and quickly began hoping for the chance to explore more of the character. Now, a well-known insider in the Marvel gaming community has shared what they know about the project. According to their information, development on the Venom title is nearly complete. However, there is a possibility that the game could have been shelved due to its limited scope. But the biggest reason as to why this game matters in the first place, which is something that I personally keep coming back to, is that Venom has become a fan favorite character, and a spin-off game centered around him would not only satisfy longtime fans, but also expand Insomniac's Marvel universe in exciting new ways, which of course would easily be a great midpoint in between the mainline releases of Marvel's Spider-Man 2 and the inevitable Marvel's Spider-Man 3. Now, as for the source itself, is the redacted guy, who apparently is a well-known leaker in the Marvel gaming scene, recently shared new details about the rumored Venom spin-off from Insomniac Games. According to the insider, key elements like combat and traversal are nearly finished. The story has also been polished, and motion capture lines from Venom's late great voice actor Tony Todd have already been recorded. Now, based on this information, it appears that the Venom game is well into development. However, it's worth noting that the leaker used the past tense when describing these details, suggesting that the project may no longer be actively progressing. In fact, the insider mentioned that the game itself might have been scrapped altogether, possibly due to its smaller scale compared to other major Insomniac titles. And lastly is that despite the uncertainty, fan demand for a Venom game remains incredibly high, and previous reports have hinted at a potential 2026 release, placing it before the launch of Marvel's Wolverine. As of now, Insomniac has not officially confirmed anything, so it's best to take this information with a grain of salt. That said, a reliable source has also claimed that a State of Play event is planned for later this month, where Marvel's Wolverine Wolverine will possibly be showcased. There's a chance we might hear more about the Venom spinoff then. And man oh man, do I sure hope so. If you've been following my channel for quite some time now and have managed to watch the other videos I've talked about relating to any other rumors pertaining to this Venom game, this is pretty much the biggest news that we have received so far about the game's potential existence. And it is insanely exciting to hear that if all of this is true, that Insomniac Games have simultaneously been developing both their own AAA standalone Wolverine game, as well as completely refining and expanding upon all of the core gameplay mechanics that we already saw in use for Venom within Marvel's Spider-Man 2 during one of the game's most pivotal story missions, especially in regards to what the article mentions revolving around traversal and the game's main story. Because based on some of the previous rumors that we've already heard about this Venom game is that it's supposedly going to be a bit bigger than what we previously saw with Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales, but is going to be a much more smaller scale experience than what we already saw with Marvel's Spider-Man 2. And more importantly, which I for one can personally vouch for, is that the late great Tony Todd himself previously stated that about approximately 10% of his dialogue of Venom was used in Marvel's Spider-Man 2. And while there were some other lines of dialogue that Tony did record which were pretty much used as concept ideas at the time, where he was going to voice either that of a symbiote Miles Morales or even Scream herself, there is still a large chunk of dialogue that Tony did record which we have not heard yet. Which, as it's all been leading up to be believed, is that it may have been saved for this highly rumored Venom game. And in my honest opinion, despite the fact that I'm an absolutely massive Venom fan, I genuinely believe the biggest reason as to why we deserve this Venom game is to directly honor the incredible legacy that Tony Todd left behind when playing this character.
Tony Todd, it's truly an honor to have you on the panel right now. Let's
And all of a sudden I get a call from Insomniac to test drive Venom. And I gotta say, it's been the most exciting voiceover journey that I've had to date.
Yeah.
For me, Venom was fun to do, and I wanted to make sure that there was a joyous quality in his destruction.
I'm glad it was fun for you because it scared the hell out of us.
Always fun to me.
Which now brings us back to that extremely peculiar statement about the possibility of this Venom game no longer being in active development, despite all of the progress that Insomniac has seemingly made on this title. And if anything is to be believed from any of these statements, especially that one, I wholeheartedly believe that Insomniac would instead possibly shelve the title to hold off for a later release, and instead focus on prioritizing the main development of one of their other major Marvel games coming soon, with that of Wolverine. So if some of the internal development plans may have shifted from Insomniac, they may now want to try and release Marvel's Wolverine first, and if the excitement for a potential Venom game is still up in the air by the time Marvel's Wolverine releases, then I do think that there's still a likely chance that we could see a Venom game release, at the very least, before the launch of Marvel's Spider-Man 3, whenever that might be. And considering the fact that we've also been hearing from supposed playtesters of Marvel's Wolverine that the game is flat out fantastic, my overall excitement levels can't be contained that much longer for when this supposed second state of play could drop later this month. And I just truly hope that ends up being sooner rather than later.
You want to join us?
But with all that said, everybody, that's the video I have for all you today, and please let me know all your thoughts in the comments section down below. On a scale of 1 to 10, how hyped would you be if Insomniac Games officially revealed a completely open-world, single-player, story-driven Venom game? And out of everything that a Venom game could feature, like that of its traversal system, its gameplay mechanics, or its story, which aspect of the game would you be looking forward to the most? Let me know what you think. Be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you did enjoy, and for more Marvel Games videos like this in the future. Thank you all so much for watching, stay spectacular Spidey fans, and until next time, peace out.